All right, what's up? Welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be looking at Esham's latest project,
Amuse-Bouche.
Super French name. I probably butchered it. I don't know. But I think this record is fucking dope. It came out last week. Dropped on was it Friday? Maybe it was Friday. But I've listened to it several times, and right now it's just it's been a long time since I've heard an EP that I just like bumped constantly, and Esham is the one to do it. Esham is pretty good at EPs for the most part. I think he said this wasn't going to be an EP at first, probably just a single for things to come. So we got a new record coming out, and after hearing this, I'm pretty excited about it. So, we got a lot of producers on here. You can see the producers on the back here. What do we got here? Ryan Hines, Vince Vega. I don't recognize these people, but I recognize them now. It's pretty dope. Just, what is it, like 10 songs on here, some shit like that, with a few skits. So it's an EP. It's pretty short. I think clocked in around under 30 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. I ran 2 miles and I listened to the whole thing, and I run 2 miles in about 20 minutes these days. So that's, it's a pretty short EP, but let's check it out, man. Let's open it up, check it out. All right, so here it is, Esham's
Amuse-Bouche.
the EP. Hey, what can we say, man? It came in wrapped in plastic. It's definitely an EP, but what a cool style for an EP, man. It's like, I think it's going to be like just one thing, like a unibody. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Sweet cover, Let's unwrap it, man. Let's unwrap it. Gotta use the teeth. Okay. Dang. Smells like Esham the Unholy. Whoa. We got an eyeball. What's this say? You've witnessed my evolution as an artist, and I trust that by now you comprehend my purpose. I am not here to replace the past or mimic the works of others. No, my path is one of audacious creation, akin to a fearless chef crafting a bespoken selection for his special guest to enjoy. That's dope. Originally, Amuse-Bouche was meant to be a bite-sized EP, a tantalizing taste of what's to come, but the ideas kept flowing, tracks took shape, and the project took on a life of its own. Now, my steadfast devotees, prepare your senses for an auditory feast that will leave you craving more. I present to you
Amuse-Bouche
from Esham. All right, man, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, this seemed pretty bite-sized to me, but I guess it was going to be even shorter. Probably not even a physical. So we're lucky we got a physical, so that's cool. What else we got here? Let's take out this eyeball CD. Damn. It's gonna be. These are always tough to get out. Watch me just break it, man. Come on. All right. Okay, it's just a kitchen, It's cool. It's cool artwork. We got the back here, let's see what we got. So we got the production credits. This graphic was leaked on the internet, so I'm not really showing you anything new. Manufactured and distributed by Real Life Productions. The only thing that's kind of a bummer is I don't see the RLP logo anywhere, I wonder if he's phasing that out after 30 years. No RLP logo. So, there it is. The CD, the cover, the inside, the special text. $25? I don't know. If you're a collector, for sure, for sure. Well, we got special text here. Yeah, just bullshit. Real Life Productions. That's cool to see. So, I know if you play this on Spotify, you get that eyeball and it's like turning. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, there you have it, folks.
Amuse-Bouche.
Get it at reallifeproduct.com or no, it's acidrap.com. $25. Not bad. All right, man. Let's check out. Let's get to the review. All right, so you've seen it now. That's what it looks like. It's pretty dope, you know. I love the graphics, whatever. But now the music. The music, you know, you never know what to expect with an Esham release because a lot of times they're always so different. This one right here sounded fresh. It sounded new. You know, I never know if Esham is going to really piss me off or if he's going to blow my mind away. And on this record, I'm happy. I feel like he really blew my mind this time. You know, the production is super clean. It's super cool. His lyrics, his content, his flow, man, it seems top notch. Like I feel like he's got another era left in the tank. Few rappers have more than one era, even two. Esham, I'd say he's got three, and you can probably find five if you really wanted to. But you know, he's got that unholy era back in the 90s when he was doing it big. When CDs were still selling and all that shit, you know, he was selling these in the record stores, the physicals. You know, he's got the later era where he's with Overcore. You know, he's doing things with like the Dayton Family, and then he's got this other era outside of that is like the Purgatory era. I don't know, man. A lot of eras. Esham is something else. You know, he's like this underground horrorcore where he started horrorcore and didn't even try to, like he didn't mean to. He was just spitting like these religious, anti-religious lyrics into his rhymes, and it came off as horrorcore, I guess, because you know he scares the shit out of people. You know, the stuff he raps about, whatever. I don't know, like what was horrorcore? Like I listened to Closed Casket, and today I had some shit on random, and like some guy said something crazy like murder, and then I was like, well, that's not even horrorcore. Why did that hit my signal? You know, I was like, wow, that was a little outrageous. What is that? I mean, rappers just do it like nothing these days. Like the shock value and stuff. I think it was only shocking back then because it was the first time somebody came at you in that direction. You know, came at you with, hey, we're all going to die. Guess what? You know, everybody's going to die. Like almost like the Stephen King of hip hop or something. Because it was the subject matter wasn't just like I'm slapping bitches, drinking 40s, you know, like NWA or something. It dived deep into like, oh, you believe in God. Well, this is what I think and whatever, you know. And it got a little crazy there. I mean, he was like writing raps about you know, like just yelling 666 in the songs and whatever. Pretty sick shit. But you know, the guy was like 15, no joke, 15, 16, 17. And he had an outlet to just let all this crazy shit out of his off his chest. But you know, I don't mean to get into the history of Esham or anything like that. I just want to talk about this record. This is like 30 years later, man. He's been in the rap game 30 years now, and this is the result of 30 years, man. It's crazy. The Purgatory record that came out, I liked it. I'd probably give it like a score of like 80% or something, or maybe 90. You know, it's like I really like the record. I have a hard time giving it less than like an A if I had to grade it. I know it's not perfect, and not every song is my cup of tea necessarily, but he's going in the right direction. And then when we get this one right here, you know, this is another step in the right direction. You know, I want to just talk about all the songs here, and I'm going to start with the intro. You know, it's De Toi, you know. Son of a gun on the run, just like my daddy ass. And it's like a song, really, you know. I'm happy when I hear the song. the intro, I'm like, shit, Esham is pissed, man. We got this beat that's crazy. It's dope, you know. We want that crazy flow, that crazy menacing beat in the back. So Esham starts shit off pretty hardcore, man. Detroit East Side shit, as he would say. I love it. I like the mention of Dead Boy. You know, I was just wondering the other day, whatever happened to Dead Boy, you know? How come he doesn't get any shout outs on the records? Is it his prison record that does it? Because I think he went in for some shady, questionable shit, but I don't know, man. I don't try to judge these guys because I know how this political justice system shit be, you know? So, Dead Boy, yeah, man. He would have been dope to get on here. But this record starts off hot, man. It starts off fire. The first time I heard it, I was like, holy crap. Fucking Esham is back, man. I love the flow. I love what he's saying on here, man. It's like, he's back, man. He's got the ego. The Esham is back. You know, fucking sweet. You know, and then we finally get into our first, what do we got? French lesson here. I don't know, man. He's going for some kind of French thing now. You know, whatever. Detroit. Detroit.
Not really Detroit. That's just
I don't know. It's I guess at least the skits are separate from the songs, so they can be skipped and moved into another playlist. This other song here that we got, Back to Detroit. I mean, this is the second song on here, and my mind is blown. Like, wow. It's such an old school OG Esham here. He's doing I mean, look, the sound effects that are being used in this track, totally throwbacks of the 80s, you know, 80s hip hop or early 90s. The shit he's saying, how he started off, here's a little story that I got to tell. Like, that's Ice Cube, Gangsta Gangsta. You know, he's taking lyrics from Ice Cube, Gangsta Gangsta, kind of paying homage to it. I appreciate it. You know, if anybody can do it, it's an OG like Esham. It's dope, man. The beat, man, that bass, boom. That's a real bass too, man. Like a bass guitar. And it's dark, man. This shit is wicked. This is what we want Esham for. You know, like I said, this is an EP. We're gonna get a taste of different styles from Esham, but so far so good, man. This thing is fire so far. I love the song Back to Detroit. 4 minutes, Vince Vega on the beat with Esham, and it's a treat, man. This is a gem. If anything, grab this song, put it on your Esham playlist. My opinion, it's could be the best song on here. Probably is. All right, so, you know, he's got a couple skits littered in here, but they don't really bother me that much. You know, I just hit forward, really. I don't know. They're not even long, so it doesn't even matter. But the next track that we got here was Transmission Fluid. This was the single. I didn't know that the single was going to be a part of this project here, but I like the single. Transmission Fluid. It features Stretch Money, who just came out the record. Y'all go check that out on Spotify. It came out like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, damn, I gotta check this out, man, because I never heard Stretch Money until I heard him on this Esham track. This is also produced by Vince Vega. Vince Vega, he is now on my radar, man. Like, I will look him up, and when he drops a track, for sure I'm gonna be checking that out. So I don't know, Vince Vega. Do you guys know Vince Vega? Is he a SoundCloud producer? You know, some of these guys just get found on SoundCloud and shit, you know? It's crazy. But Transmission Fluid, it's not like a dark beat like Back to Detroit. It's just like this chill beat, man. I don't know what it reminds me of. This track might not remind me of anything. And that's what I love about Esham's shit. You know, sometimes he just comes out with something that is so different than anything he's done. You can't help but to just, boom, you know, you're in it, you know. So Transmission Fluid is sweet. He's got the throwback lyrics. I love it. So, but then the next track here, woo, Erotic Poetry 2. Yo, this is a crazy ass song, man. I love the production. There's a lot of Esham in here for sure. This is Willie Mozart and Esham, but I have a feeling that Esham did a lot of the heavy lifting on the beats here, or at least the mixing. Because before I even knew the title of this song, I was like listening, I was working, I was like, man, this reminds me of some erotic poetry, man. Like this is what erotic poetry would sound like in 2024. And if you don't know what erotic poetry is, it's one of the first EPs that Esham dropped in the 90s, early 90s. And it was like what it sounds like, erotic poetry, erotic raps. So erotic poetry part 2, the name of this track. I love the mentions of the Bone Thugs and Harmony members in there. I'm gonna catch those things, man. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I love it, man. So there's that song here. It's kind of I don't know if you'd call it a love song, really. It's still kind of dark. It's like a dark love song. So if anybody's gonna do a badass dark love song, it's Esham. Then the next track here, Death by Snoo Snoo. Another one of these beats that are just kind of like chill, like we're getting away from that wicked shit, that menacing shit that he had early on, and it's just been chill. This one right here, funny story, and I like the lyrics, the writing, the robot. I guess he's talking about a mannequin or an android sex toy or some shit, man. You gotta listen to it. It's actually pretty funny. I like the lyrics. I like his flow, man. He is flowing and writing like he's on his prime. Like he found another gear, and I love it, man. I love these OGs like finding a new gear and just running with it. So Death by Snoo Snoo is another favorite of mine. I'm gonna have to pick a favorite after all of this, but it's gonna be tough. So I'm gonna go to the next track here. Let's talk about. And I'm gonna skip the French lesson too and just go to X-Men here. X-Men has a couple of Detroit OGs. That would be Mastermind and Jack Frost. If you got Purgatory, you heard both of these guys. I mean, Mastermind is a legend anyways. Like, you've heard Mastermind for years already. Fucking menacing Detroit, real aggressive style. The other half of Nodis. I love it. I love Mastermind. Jack Frost, he's growing on me now. He got on my radar last year with the Purgatory features. And damn, I appreciate it, man. I love hearing him and Esham together now. I'm like, all right, man. Like, Jack Frost is now somebody that I can look for and like just can't wait for his shit to come out. If he's gonna come out with some new shit, I don't know. Either way, man, I know he's been in the game for a minute. OG, he sounds good here. This track is something else. Who produced it here? Let me see. This is X-Men, produced by Anthony Bastli. I don't know. It's Anthony somebody. It's a cool beat, man. It's pretty slick. Lots of some samples in it. I like the hook. I like the vocals, like what they're doing with the vocals here. Almost sounds mafioso. I like the track, man. It's not gonna be my favorite, but no doubt it's a dope track. I'd probably score it like a B+ if I had to be honest. But then I just love that Esham rapped in the middle of this and not in the beginning or in the final. I don't know why, but when it's your album, usually you're the first to get on the mic or you're the last one, and he just put himself in the middle. Really lets the other guys shine, I guess. Especially Mastermind, who gets the finale. Fucking dope. And then the last track, Ixoid. I know that stands for something. I got to stop or I die or something like that. Sounds like it's a drug, like he's always had these lyrics where he's been battling drug addiction and shit like that. This is gonna be one of those songs, I think, man. And the beat is so cool, man. It's like, and who's on the beat here, man? P Adobe. Look, man, I'm gonna put it right here for y'all. You guys tell me what that says. Sean and Esham Smith and P Adobe. Doesn't matter right now, man. This song is a great final song for this fucking EP, man. I love it. This thing is fire. This was a pretty dope EP. The last song though, I'll just give it my final thoughts before I give the overall final thoughts here. A lot of good little samples here. I don't know where he's getting them from. I like the content, the rhyming, the flow. I like it when Esham writes about his struggles with anything because, man, you feel it, man. Like, this guy is putting the pen to the struggle, and it's dope. Like, this is what Esham does. This is what he does best, better than anybody, is putting the struggle to the pen. And usually the struggle is more than just, I'm broke, man. It's like a soul struggle. It's about drugs, you know, dying, shit like that. You know, he's been rapping about death since 13 or something. So this is no content that's, no subject matter that he's a stranger to. So, you know, that's the record, man. You know, the way I went through every track and what I told you about him, you know, I like the whole thing. It's short, 20 minutes, but it's worth the download. Check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. You could buy the hard copy if you want. I don't know if I'm an idiot for opening it. I don't really care, man. I don't really collect these things that much. But I'm gonna hold on to this one, man. I love it. And what can I say, man? Esham, muchos gracias. Keep coming out with that shit. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the full-length LP is going to be from Esham's Amuse-Bouche project.
Amuse-Bouche.
Y'all heard it here. Check it out. Esham.